EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 48 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. To throw is Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Garoppolo gives to Breida. The tackle made by T.J. Carey. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Breida, he'll try to right side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 72 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Breida. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Garoppolo on 1st down. And Sanders has got it complete. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
You got him. You got him. Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Garoppolo now, escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. There's the stiff arm. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Mayfield to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
65, 57, Mike, 57.
Garoppolo again. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, as the first half is winding down, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here we go.
Throwing on second and 14. Garoppolo trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Now Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It's caught by OBJ. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Mayfield looks to throw, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And an alley to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, 49ers. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion.
There he goes, right side. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Open man is Higgins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Breida. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo, he's going to give this to Breida on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Here we go. What do you need? Hey, alert! What's that?
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Garoppolo now, 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. They run with Breida, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They run again with Breida, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up